Senator Marsha Blackburn, Republican from Tennessee. Senator, great to have you back on the show.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Tell us how to support these protesters in Hong Kong, please.
One of the ways we can continue to support them is, of course, through social media, letting them know that we are watching and letting China know that the world is watching to see how they respond. Another thing, we have the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act. We need to pass that. We need to send the message that the U.S. Congress is watching very closely what China is doing, that we are going to stand with these Hong Kong freedom fighters. We're going to work to protect them, and it would allow sanctions. And being able to sanction the Chinese that are pushing against these Hong Kong freedom fighters. Another thing, legislation I have, Stuart, the PROTECT Act, which would prohibit sending tear gas or selling tear gas to China so that they cannot use this against their people and against these freedom fighters.
Would you think positively towards a trade deal with China, a big trade deal with China, if they start really shooting a lot of people on the streets of Hong Kong?
I think that the Chinese know that if they overstep, if they continue to overstep, if they send the PLA and the troops in to the streets of Hong Kong, that they are treading on a very difficult path. So what we know is that having these negotiations, and you know, Stuart, look, China, as you well know, wants to be considered a market economy, a world leader. And as long as they are dealing in an adverse way with Hong Kong, with Taiwan, pushing expansion into the South China Sea, pushing into the Horn of Africa, where I was last week, they know that it is raising eyebrows and it is causing people to take a second look.
Before you leave us, Senator, would you comment on the impeachment proceedings? What do you make of what's happened so far?
It is a partisan impeachment. I do think this, Stuart, what you're going to see is we're going to get the Horowitz report, the IG report. And I really believe that what we find out from Horowitz and Durham is going to temper a lot of this zeal that the Democrats in the House have for pushing impeachment of something. It's like impeachment, whatever. They change, what they're going after daily.
Do you think we could get that report, the IG report, this week or real soon?
I think we'll see that report before the end of the year.
Well, because if we had it this week or maybe next week, it would really blow impeachment to the sidelines, I would say.
I would think so.
Okay. Senator Marsha Blackburn, Tennessee, thanks for joining us, as always.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Great to see you again. Thank you. Check that big board now. We're up 16, 17.